clear something up, who are they? Is this some cryptic force, some hidden power watching your every move? The truth is deeper than that. They are not an external force, some shadowy figures pulling strings. They are the universe. They are the energy that runs through all things, the collective consciousness of all that has ever existed and will ever exist. And now they have chosen you.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
You're not just another person scrolling through life, passively consuming information. You've been activated. You're now in the driver's seat of your own reality. But what does creator mode mean? It means that from this moment on, you're no longer bound by the rules that confine most people. You're no longer a victim of circumstance, tossed around by the winds of fate. You are the architect of your own universe. Think about it. How often do you feel like life is happening to you? Like you're being pushed in directions you didn't choose? That ends now. Because the moment you entered this space, you crossed a threshold. You've been given access to the same energy that drives the stars, that moves the oceans, and breathes life into this planet. You have the ability to shape and bend reality itself. But the question is, are you ready for that kind of responsibility? The first thing you need to understand about creator mode is that it's not a gift, it's a challenge. You've been chosen because you're ready for this, even if you don't fully realize it yet. You're ready to step into your power, but with great power comes great responsibility. The universe has been watching you, testing you, preparing you for this moment. And if you're feeling a sense of unease right now, that's normal. Because deep down you know that once you embrace this, there's no going back. Now let's get practical. How do you actually enter creator mode? How do you start manifesting your own reality? It starts with your perception. Most people live their entire lives seeing the world through a foggy lens. They see limitations, obstacles, reasons why things won't work out. But in creator mode, you don't see limitations, you see opportunities. Every challenge becomes a stepping stone. Every setback becomes fuel for your growth. You stop asking, why is this happening to me, and start asking, how can I use this? You see, when you're in creator mode, nothing is wasted. Every experience, every emotion, every moment becomes a tool for creation. You stop being reactive and start being proactive. You stop waiting for the universe to hand you what you want, and you start taking action, knowing that the universe is working with you, not against you. But here's the twist: you're not creating in isolation. You're co-creating with the universe. And this is where they come back into the picture. They are the subtle forces, the synchronicities, the whispers of intuition that guide you. You've probably already had moments where you felt this, where things just seemed to align perfectly, where the right person, the right opportunity, the right idea came to you at exactly the right time. That's not a coincidence. That's the universe stepping in to say, we're with you. Keep going. But here's the big question: how do you know if you're truly in alignment with this universal flow? How do you know if you're really co-creating, or if you're just forcing things to happen? The answer is simple, but profound. You know you're in alignment when things feel effortless. That doesn't mean there won't be challenges. It means you flow through those challenges with a sense of calm and certainty. You know deep down that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. There's no need to control or manipulate. You trust the process because you trust yourself. And this is where a lot of people struggle. They want to control every detail. They want to force reality to conform to their idea of how things should be. But in creator mode, you don't force, you flow. You set your intention, you take inspired action, and then you let go. You trust that the universe is handling the how while you focus on the why. And the why, my friend, is everything. Why do you want to create? Why do you want to manifest your desires? Is it for personal gain? Is it to prove something to others? Or is it because you feel a deep calling to create something bigger than yourself? Here's the truth: the more aligned your creations are with the greater good, the more power you will have. The universe is not interested in ego-driven pursuits. It doesn't respond to selfish desires. But when you create from a place of love, from a place of genuine service to others, the universe will move mountains to support you. Because ultimately, we're all part of the same fabric of existence. When you lift others up, you lift yourself up. When you contribute to the collective contributes to you. Now let's dive deeper. What does it actually feel like to be in creator mode? It feels like a state of flow where time seems to disappear, where you're so immersed in the act of creation that everything else fades away. It feels like being fully present, fully alive, fully connected to the moment. It feels like a deep sense of peace, even amidst the chaos of life. Because when you're in creator mode, you're not reacting to the external world, you're shaping it from within. But here's the thing: you're still human. You're going to have moments of doubt, moments where you question yourself, moments where you feel like you've lost your way. That's part of the journey. Creator mode doesn't mean you're immune to challenges, it means you're equipped to handle them in a whole new way. It means you have the tools to navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and wisdom. It means you're no longer at the mercy of your circumstances, because you've learned how to shape your circumstances from the inside out. So here's my question to you: are you willing to let go of your old identity, the one that's been conditioned to believe in limitations, and step fully into your power as a creator? Are you ready to embrace the unknown, to trust the process, to co-create with the universe in ways you've never imagined? Because if you're seeing this, it's because they believe you're ready. The only question left is, do you? Now that you've entered creator mode, the next step is learning how to connect with the silent forces guiding you. These forces
I just got paid $60,000 for my car crash from using this app on my phone. And I don't know if you could see this.
are always present, always working behind the scenes, but most people are too distracted to notice them. You've probably felt their presence before, those moments of intuition, of knowing without knowing, of feeling like something or someone is guiding you. These aren't random. They're the whispers of the universe, the subtle nudges that are constantly pointing you in the right direction. But here's the thing: the universe doesn't shout. It doesn't force its way into your consciousness. It speaks softly, in the spaces between your thoughts, in the quiet moments when you're fully present. And this is where most people miss the message. They're so caught up in the noise of their own minds, in the chaos of their daily lives, that they drown out the very guidance they're seeking. So how do you tune in? How do you hear the whispers of the universe amidst the noise? It starts with stillness. In creator mode, you must cultivate a practice of stillness, whether it's through meditation, mindful breathing, or simply taking a few moments each day to be fully present. When you quiet the mind, you create space for the universe to speak. And when you listen closely, you'll start to notice the signs, the synchronicities, the subtle messages that are always there, guiding you toward your highest potential. But here's the key: you must trust what you hear. Too often, People receive these messages but dismiss them as mere coincidences or random thoughts. They doubt their intuition, second-guess their inner knowing. But in creator mode, doubt is your biggest enemy. You must learn to trust yourself, to trust the guidance you receive, even when it doesn't make logical sense. Because the universe doesn't operate according to human logic, it operates according to a higher intelligence, one that sees the full picture. Now, let's get practical. How do you start recognizing these signs? How do you differentiate between a random thought and genuine guidance? It comes down to feeling. When you receive true guidance from the universe, it comes with a sense of calm, of certainty, of peace. It feels light, expansive, and aligned. On the other hand, when a thought comes from fear, doubt, or ego, it feels heavy, constrictive, and full of tension. Pay attention to how your body feels when you receive a message. Your body is a powerful tool for discernment. But here's where it gets tricky sometimes. The guidance you receive will push you out of your comfort zone. It will ask you to do things that scare you, things that challenge you, things that require you to let go of control. And this is where many people turn back. They feel the fear, and they assume that it's a sign to stop. But in creator mode, fear is not a stop sign, it's a green light. It's a signal that you're about to step into something bigger than yourself, something that will stretch you, grow you, and ultimately elevate you. So here's my next deep question for you. Are you willing to trust the guidance you receive, even when it scares you? Even when it doesn't make sense to your rational mind? Even when it requires you to let go of everything you thought you knew? Because this is the true test of creator mode. It's not about creating a comfortable life, it's about creating a life that's in alignment with your highest potential. And sometimes, that means walking a path that others can't see or understand. But here's the beauty of it: when you start following this guidance, when you start trusting the silent forces that are always guiding you, life becomes magical. Synchronicities become the norm. Doors open where there were once walls. Opportunities appear out of nowhere. And the more you trust, the more the universe responds. It's like a dance. You take a step, the universe takes a step. You make a move, the universe moves with you. But remember, this is not a passive process. In creator mode, you're an active participant in your own evolution. You're not sitting back, waiting for the universe to hand you what you want. You're co-creating with it every step of the way. You're listening, trusting, and taking inspired action. And the more you do this, the more you'll start to see the power you hold. Now, let's talk about the role of faith in all of this. Faith is not just a religious concept, it's a fundamental principle of creation. Faith is the belief in things unseen, the knowing that even when you can't see the full picture, everything is unfolding exactly as it should. In creator mode, faith is your anchor. It's what keeps you grounded when things don't go according to plan, when the path seems unclear, when doubt creeps in. Without faith, you'll constantly be second-guessing yourself, questioning whether you're on the right track. But with faith, you move through life with a sense of peace and certainty, knowing that the universe is always supporting you. So how do you cultivate faith? It starts with small steps. Every time you trust your intuition, every time you follow the guidance you receive, you build your faith muscle. And over time, as you see the results of your trust, your faith grows stronger. You start to realize that the universe is always working in your favor, even when it doesn't seem like it. You start to see the bigger picture, the intricate web of synchronicities that are constantly unfolding behind the scenes. But here's the thing, faith doesn't mean you'll never face challenges. In fact, the challenges are part of the process. They're designed to help you grow, to help you evolve, to help you step into your full power as a creator. So the next time you face a challenge, instead of seeing it as a roadblock, ask yourself, what is this challenge here to teach me? How can I use this to become stronger, wiser, more aligned with my true self? Now that you've entered creator mode and learned to connect with the silent forces guiding you, the next step is mastering the art of manifestation. Manifestation is not just about thinking positive thoughts and hoping for the best. It's a science, a process, a deliberate act of creation. And when you're in creator mode, you have the power to manifest anything you desire if you know how to do it consciously. The first thing you need to understand about manifestation is that thoughts are energy. Every thought you think sends out a vibration into the universe, and that vibration attracts experiences, people, and circumstances that match its frequency. This is the basic principle of the law of attraction. But here's where most people get it wrong. They think that just by thinking positive thoughts, they'll automatically attract positive outcomes. But it's not that simple. In creator mode, it's not just your thoughts that matter, it's your beliefs, your emotions, and your actions. You can think positive thoughts all day long, but if deep down you don't believe that what you want is possible, or if you're constantly feeling fear, doubt, or lack, you'll continue to attract experiences that match those lower vibrations. This is why so many people struggle with manifestation. They're focusing on the surface level without addressing the deeper energetic patterns that are running the show. So how do you manifest consciously? It starts with clarity. You need to be crystal clear about what you want to create. Vague desires produce vague results. The universe responds to specificity, to intention, to focus. So ask yourself, what do I truly want? Not what society tells you to want, not what your ego thinks you should want, but what your soul truly desires. Get clear on that, and then align your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, and actions with that desire. The next step is to feel as if your desire has already manifested. This is where most people get tripped up. They think that they need to wait for their desire to show up before they can feel happy, grateful, or excited. But in creator mode, you understand that feeling comes first. You must generate the emotions of having already received what you want before it actually shows up in your reality.
I'm going to show you what an actual 20-minute trader trade looks like. Come with me. First of all, we have a desk.
Is the secret to manifestation. When you feel as if your desire is already here, you're emitting the vibration that attracts it to you. But here's the catch: you can't fake it. You can't just pretend to feel happy or grateful while secretly doubting that your desire will ever come. The universe doesn't respond to what you say, it responds to what you truly believe and feel. So if you're struggling to generate those feelings, it's a sign that there's some deeper inner work to be done. You may need to identify and release old limiting beliefs, fears, or doubts that are blocking you from fully stepping into the energy of your desire. This is where self-awareness comes in. In creator mode, you must become hyper-aware of your inner world. You must constantly monitor your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, and ask yourself, is this in alignment with what I want to create? If not, you need to make a conscious shift. This might mean reframing a negative thought, releasing a limiting belief, or simply choosing to feel gratitude in the moment, even if things aren't yet perfect.
point.
No distance too far.
Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone. Resurgence. Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn points to speed up the countdown. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemies dropping into the area.
Places like Reaper, they draw conflict, like combat magnetism. It's cyclical. The fighting always rolls back around. History repeats.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy dropping into the AO. Enemy SAM turret active. Gas is moving.
Taking effective fire. It is not yet my time. Got one. One dead.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
Getting mine.
Only 25 remain.
Requesting recon. Flyover.
UAV standing by.
You've got a loadout drop inbound.
Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting AO.
Thanks for the work. UAV overflight terminated.
Using sim!
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV is on the... We're returning you to the front. Earn this. You're losing ground. Move it. Time for vengeance. You're redeploying. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Spy fail active. Spy station prices have been reduced. There's an increased payout for this job. Be sure to collect.
Taking effective fire!
Resurgence window is ending. Watch your six. Hostile UAV in the area. You're in the top 10. Keep knocking them down. We've got 10 squads active in the field. We've got gas moving in. Enemy UAV overhead. Fire fail's done. Prices are back to normal. Enemy soldier incoming. Stand by for redeployment. been deactivated. This is the end game. Gas is inbound. Your squad's in the top 5. 5 squads still operational in the AO. Enemy UAV is online. Gas is moving. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV is online. Hostile UAV in the area. Hostile airstrike incoming. Enemy UAV is online. We've got gas moving in. 3 squads left in the war zone. Stay alert. Less than 5 were still standing. Next time we'll take that victory. The enemy took that one, but we'll get them back.
Yo, hey, crying shit, man. Oh man, we back. You know, sorry for the late response. You know, I'm just making sure I'm locked in for when we get to this money, man. Shout out to the Crowns, man. Gotta shout them out every time I start the motherfucking live. Cause that's what we do it for. We here cause they ain't, right? And we gonna do it every time. Shout out to the new followers. Shout out to the stakers. And Plan on coming real aggressive. Feel me? Hands still a little warm. We was up and down on the props today. Prize pick didn't want to smack for me, so we got to go green in other ways, the best way we know. 10 more bets to the next bet max. Excited about that. Let's see what kind of props they fucking with right now. Alright. Okay. We got light shit. We got some light shit. I like this one right here. 6 kills, top 7. What else we got? Add on bet. For top 7. Yeah, I don't think we gonna do too much chasing. We just gonna go for what we know. Part of that is making sure we get a goddamn rebirth game. First forward murders. It's that is law. Right. So yeah, I'm gonna be back when rebirth pop up. It's only like 2 minutes, so let's lock in.
Welcome to this incredible journey that you're about to embark on. We're here to explore something that only a very small percentage of people ever experience, the highest stage of spiritual awakening. This isn't your typical self-help video.
Remember the old here in my garage? Well, the new garage is down here. This is a different house. There's a 20-car garage down there. But more important than the here in my garage was it started a movement, which was the 67 steps. So
We often hear about the concept of the chosen one. It sounds mystical, like a legend passed down from ancient times. And yet, in this modern era, many of us feel a deep pull, an undeniable feeling that we're on a path meant for something greater. But what does it truly mean to be chosen? And more importantly, how do you know if your spiritual journey is making you radiate with such immense energy that others can't help but notice? First, I want you to pause and reflect. Have you ever felt that you're different from those around you? Not in an arrogant way, but in a subtle, almost indescribable vibration that makes you aware of a calling beyond the mundane. This feeling is one of the first signs that you may be on a spiritual journey that is transforming you into something extraordinary, something godlike.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
As we embark on this exploration together, I want you to understand that this journey is not just about outward change. It's about a deep, internal transformation. When you walk this path, layers of illusion start to dissolve. And as they fall away, a more radiant version of yourself begins to emerge. But here's the catch: this transformation doesn't go unnoticed. people around you will begin to see it, even if they can't quite put their finger on what it is. I want you to imagine yourself walking into a room. Before you speak, before you make any grand gestures, the energy shifts. People feel your presence, almost like a force that commands attention, but not in an overbearing way. It's subtle, yet powerful. Why does this happen? It's because your aura, your energy field, has expanded. You've tapped into something deeper, a connection to the divine source that flows through all things. This is the radiant glow of someone who is walking a spiritual path, a chosen one who is being guided by forces unseen. But how do you know if you've reached this level of radiance? How do you know if your spiritual journey is making you appear godlike to others? Let's start by looking inward. The first sign of this transformation is in your eyes. Have you ever noticed how, after periods of deep meditation, prayer, or reflection, your eyes seem to glow with a new intensity? It's almost as if you can see beyond the ordinary. This is because your inner world is expanding, and your eyes, which are often called the windows to the soul, begin to reflect that expansion. People might comment on how bright or sharp your eyes look, even if they can't quite explain why. It's not just about physical appearance, it's about the light that is emanating from within you. Think about this for a moment. When was the last time someone looked at you with a sense of awe, as if they were seeing a part of you they had never noticed before? This is one of the clearest signs that your spiritual journey is making you appear godlike. Your presence alone becomes a form of communication. You don't need to speak or explain. People feel your energy, and it speaks to them on a soul level. Another sign is how you affect the emotions of those around you.
All right, man, we locked in. First parlay of the day, two-legger, 6 kills, top 7. A little add-on bet for the top 7 placement. Lock it in, lock it in, lock it in. Lock it in, lock it in. Alright. Best lock. Put your stakes up. Yeah, I don't know what it is, man. The crown's coming different. Coming different this year. Especially when we got shit like this going on. Way more content on the way. It's just, it's so much. It's so much. It's hard to keep up with. But it's on my mind every day, constantly. So I'm working real hard, and I'm focused and determined to take the crowns to a different stratosphere, just entirely. But you know, one stepping stone at a time. We ain't gonna rush nothing, cause we here right now, and we gonna appreciate how we coming. You know, as we are. But you know, we got way more shit going on. Way more shit to come. It's only one you, cause you know it's only one you. And you know, keep manifesting, man. We locked in.
Soldiers, there's time for some target practice. The real thing's coming. Enemy dropping into the AO. All stations, green light. We're deploying to the war zone. Resurgence. Stay alive till time expires to secure redeployment. All points alert. Closing in. Hostiles have established a SAM turret. Hostile UAV in the area.
Identity confirmed.
Loadout drop headed your way. Got an extra valuable opportunity here. Don't miss your shot. Enemy counter UAV inbound.
Dropping ammo here!
Enemy soldier incoming. There are 24 enemies. Enemy UAV overhead.
You should not have come here.
UAV available for
Requesting
tasking.
recon flyover.
UAV standing by.
Requesting recon flyover.
UAV available for tasking.
You're losing ground. Move it. Enemy UAV is online. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Half overflight, halfway point on my mark. Mark.
Solid work evading the enemy. You're clear for now.
MTL expired. Exiting mission area.
UAV standing by.
Requesting recon flyover.
Fire sale is active. Buy station prices are adjusted.
SACOM, we're flying
Requesting
on
recon
UAV
flyover.
returning to tank.
Contract's worth more than usual, so get it done, soldier.
UAV available for tasking.
Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV is online. Hostile UAV in the area.
Mission timeline expired. UAV exiting the AO.
Enemy UAV overhead. Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close. Enemy UAV is online. Gas is inbound. You've made it to the top. Enemy UAV overhead. over. Adjusting prices. Hostile UAV in the area.
Target down.
Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Be advised, resurgence is no longer active. This is for keeps. Enemy UAV overhead. Only 10 were left. Defeat is only a mindset. Shake it off and keep pushing.
Crown shit, man. First property today hit, man. 1 for 1. And we gonna try to keep it green, green, green. Shout out to all the stakers. We had about like 6 stakers on that last one. Feel me? Courtesy of the Crowns, we just went ahead and print that money for you. There you go, Playerslounge. Y'all asked for 7, right? I think y'all just asked for 6. Body bag at the body bag at the body bag. Hey, kings wear crowns, man. Come crown up. Join the castle. We're trying to make shit really happen, man. You know? So we made some people happy. That's what we here to do. We ain't here to disappoint, man. So whatever Playerslounge need, man. You boys trying to come an ambassador. You know, I could do great things for y'all. Only want you. The Crowns could do great things for y'all. Up and coming. And it's not just Warzone. It ain't just Call of Duty either. We on every game that's coming with a competitive atmosphere. And you know, we definitely coming when it comes to GTA 6. You know, all the big titles that's coming. I just want to shout out to the stakers again, man. Next time, leave a follow, man. Wipe your feet at the door before you walk inside, respectfully. We got another 99 game coming up. So, we're going to take another little break. Feel me? We take this at our pace. Can't let the time dictate or force our next move. Just gonna come. Crown shit.
When you're walking this path, people tend to feel calmer, more centered in your presence. They might even feel inspired or uplifted without understanding why. This is because your energy is vibrating at a higher frequency. You are, in essence, radiating love, peace, and wisdom. And as you continue evolving spiritually, this radiance only grows stronger. But here's something important to remember: this kind of energy doesn't come from a place of ego. You're not trying to impress or dominate others. In fact, this godlike radiance often comes from a place of deep humility. You've surrendered to something greater than yourself. You've allowed the universe, the divine, or whatever name you give to that higher power, to work through you. And that's why people notice. It's not you they're seeing, it's the light of the divine shining through you. Now let's talk about another powerful sign: synchronicity. When you're on this spiritual journey, things start to align in ways that seem almost magical. You think about someone, and they call you. You're facing a challenge, and the perfect solution appears, seemingly out of nowhere. This isn't a coincidence. This is the universe responding to your energy. When you're in tune with your higher self, the universe mirrors that back to you. It's like walking a path that has already been laid out for you, and as you take each step, the stones rise to meet your feet. But here's a question for you to deeply consider: what would it feel like to fully trust this process? To know that every moment of your life is divinely guided? Could you surrender to that level of faith?
Most people have no clue that in 2024, the best way to make money with Amazon is not with.
What would you have to let go of to walk through life with that kind of confidence and ease? As you continue on this journey, there's another crucial sign to be aware of: the way animals, children, and nature respond to you. These beings are incredibly sensitive to energy. If you notice that animals are drawn to you, or that children seem to naturally trust you, it's because they can sense your purity. Your energy is no longer chaotic or filled with lower vibrations like fear, anger, or doubt. Instead, it's harmonious, and these beings, who are closer to nature and the divine, are naturally drawn to that. Imagine sitting in a park and a bird lands near you, or a child runs over, smiling without a word. These moments may seem small, but they are profound signs that your energy is radiating at a higher frequency. You are becoming a vessel for divine energy, and the world around you is responding to that. At this point, you might be wondering, is this journey meant for everyone? Can anyone become a chosen one, or are only a select few destined for this path? The truth is, we are all chosen in one way or another. But not everyone hears the call, and even fewer answer it. The difference between those who walk this path and those who don't is simple: it's the willingness to surrender to the unknown, to trust that there is something greater guiding us, even when we can't see the full picture. Here's something I want you to reflect on: what would your life look like if you fully embraced this calling? If you stopped resisting and allowed yourself to be led by the divine, how would your relationships, your career, and your sense of self change? The final sign I want to talk about in this part of our journey together is the way you handle adversity. Being on a spiritual path doesn't mean that life will be free of challenges. In fact, sometimes the challenges might become even more intense. But here's the difference: as you grow spiritually, you begin to see these challenges as opportunities. You understand that every difficulty is a lesson, a chance to grow, and a way to purify your spirit even further. When others look at you during these moments of adversity, they see strength, resilience, and grace. You become a living example of what it means to walk the path of a chosen one. Others might crumble under the weight of hardship, but you stand tall, not because you're stronger than them, but because you've tapped into a power that is beyond human strength. You've tapped into the divine. When you begin to change at a core level, when your spiritual journey reaches a point of deep transformation, the world around you starts to shift in ways that are undeniable. It's not just that you feel different inside. It's that your entire reality starts to respond to this new version of you. Have you ever noticed that when you're in a state of inner peace, things that used to bother you just don't seem to have the same effect anymore? It's as if they dissolve on their own. You could be in the midst of chaos, yet your mind remains clear, your emotions steady. This is the second great sign that your spiritual journey is making you appear godlike. You're no longer reactive. You've become calm in the storm, and people around you notice this. They may even start to come to you for guidance, even though you might not have said a word about your evolution. They feel it. Your energy is no longer tied to the constant ups and downs of the external world. You found a center within yourself that remains unaffected. This is why others begin to see you as someone who is larger than life, almost like you have access to a wisdom that they can't quite grasp. And the truth is, you do. You've tapped into something that goes beyond the daily noise of life. You've connected to a deeper reality, and that connection makes you radiate. People will begin to notice the way you handle challenges. It's not that you don't face difficulties, everyone does, but the way you approach those difficulties is different now. You might find yourself responding to situations with a kind of grace that surprises even you. Where before you might have reacted with frustration or fear, now you respond with calm understanding. This doesn't mean you ignore problems or pretend they don't exist. It means you see them for what they really are: temporary, fleeting opportunities for growth, and you move through them without losing your sense of peace. This shift in how you respond to the world around you is one of the most powerful signs of your transformation. It's not something you have to force. It happens naturally as you evolve spiritually. You start to realize that most of the things that used to trigger you were never really about you in the first place. They were reflections of deeper fears or insecurities that are now fading away. As those layers fall off, what's left is a version of you that is much closer to your true essence, something pure, something radiant. Let's talk about another sign: the way your presence alone starts to shift the energy of a room. You may not even be aware of it, but others will tell you. They'll say things like, "It feels different when you're around," or "I feel so much better after talking to you." These aren't just compliments. These are reflections of the energy you're putting out into the world. You might find that people start to open up to you more, sharing things they wouldn't normally share with others. This happens because they can sense your authenticity, your openness. You've become someone who they can trust, not because you've told them you're trustworthy, but because your energy speaks for itself. There's no pretense, no facade. You've let go of the masks that most people wear, and in doing so, you've become a beacon of truth. This level of clarity and authenticity is rare, and when people encounter it, they are drawn to it. It's as if they can sense that you're operating from a different place, a place of deep truth and inner peace. And this is what makes you appear godlike, not in some grandiose sense, but in the way you carry yourself through life. People may not even be able to articulate what it is, but they feel it.
Back again, man. Just twisting up this little gas. Just gonna play something simple. Alright, 6 kills, That's the average. So let's just see if we can drop the average. It's 2 in the morning, man. I believe most of the sweats may be off, or maybe on Sunday. Some motherfuckers got work in the morning. I don't. So I'm considering this overtime. Cause yeah, man, we ain't here to play no games. Trying to reach our peak in this shit, reach our prime in this shit. Ooh, there's some good gas. But yeah, man. Shout out to the nation. Man, they got some big things coming too. When it comes to the Crowns and the Sharks, man, ain't nothing like it. I promise you. And pretty soon we're gonna demonstrate that to the world. They gotta understand how global and viral game really is. I'm back in my mojo. We got this bounty right here. Ooh. You gonna send me that? Not too crazy though. It's an opportunity to just keep some change, keep us in the house numbers, money. Can't even get a motherfucking word out. Yeah, Rebirth, man. Let's lock it in. Let's get this payout. Kings wear crowns, man. Last bet we had 2 stakers, 6 watchers. We printed some money out for them. Any stakers, put your cheese up. Yeah, we locked in tonight, man. We gonna carry this on for question marks. Cause as long as I keep winning money, man, like you feel me? The more I keep playing. We're trying to stay in the house. House money, that is. And as long as we doing that, we ain't gotta make no deposits. We ain't gotta do it. We just want withdrawals only. Bitch, we only want draws. Yeah, though. But yeah, man. Let's get this steak out the way. Let's get this prop out the way. Let's lock in, y'all. Crown shit. man, we 2 for 2, man. That's how we kicked it off this morning. We looking like this morning. There you go, Players Lounge. We're gonna do it every time for you. I like the pace we set, and too bad it wasn't no no stakers. But you know what I mean? We clearing shit. We clearing shit out, man. We love it. We loving it. And for the most part, like I'm feeling a lot more confident in the bets that I'm putting in, because like they just shit that I know that I could do. I'm not doing nothing too crazy. Just trying to double my money for the most part. A Lockix. A wild Lockix. Just appeared in the chat. I don't know what that is. Haven't been too lucky with Pokemon lately. I feel like I've been missing a couple good ones. How we feeling, y'all? I mean, we got 13 minutes left before Rebirth come back. So, yeah, I'm going to take my time with these next few bets. Because I feel like... Everything got a good pull right now. Like where we at with the odds. They're not too demanding right now. Do I got a win in me is the question. Can I call a win? Niggas could use a win. The payout on a win is so crazy. Like, would not mind a dub. Thing is, am I playing like I want a dub right now? I don't know. We gonna have to see. But we 2 for 2, man. It's only one you, man. We over here print money. Kings World Crown shit. Feel me? So we gonna just keep knocking shit out and keep making motherfuckers happy, man. Cause who wouldn't want a little bit of money for the rest of the week? Right? And that's what we here to provide, man. Crown shit.
And it's not just people who notice. The universe itself begins to shift in response to your energy. You might start to experience what some would call miracles. Little things at first, like the perfect parking spot appearing just when you need it, or running into someone who has exactly the advice or connection you've been looking for.
Don't skip this video. God wants to talk to you. He has chosen you. If you're watching this video, it means you've been chosen to receive an unexpected financial blessing.
But as your energy continues to rise, these little synchronicities begin to transform into something bigger. You'll notice that life starts to flow with an ease that wasn't there before. Problems resolve themselves faster, opportunities seem to come out of nowhere, and the right people show up in your life at exactly the right time. This isn't magic. This is the result of your energy aligning with a higher frequency. When you're vibrating at a higher level, the universe responds to that. It's as if you're tuning into a different reality, one where things just seem to work out in your favor. This doesn't mean that life will be without challenges, but it does mean that those challenges will feel less like obstacles and more like stepping stones on your path. Think about it. Have you ever had a moment where everything seemed to fall into place, almost effortlessly? That's what happens when your energy is in alignment with your spiritual evolution. You're no longer pushing against life, trying to force things to go your way. Instead, you're flowing with life, and in that flow, everything seems to come together in ways you couldn't have planned. Another sign that your spiritual journey is making you appear godlike is the way people begin to seek you out for advice or comfort. You might not have set yourself up as a spiritual teacher or guide, but others see you as one. It's as if they can sense that you have access to something they don't. They may not even know why they're drawn to you, but they are. This is because when you've reached a certain level of spiritual evolution, your energy begins to act like a magnet. You attract people who are looking for answers, even if they don't know the questions they're asking. And in those moments, you'll find that you don't even need to say much. Sometimes, just your presence is enough. Just being in the same space as someone who is vibrating at a higher frequency can help others raise their own vibration. This is why you might find that people leave your presence feeling lighter, more peaceful, or more hopeful, even if you didn't say anything profound. It's not about the words, it's about the energy you're transmitting. You've become a conduit for something greater, and others sense that. Here's another thing that changes as you progress on this path: your relationship with time. You'll notice that time seems to stretch or compress, depending on what you're doing. When you're deeply engaged in something that aligns with your higher purpose, time flies by. You can lose yourself in the moment, and hours will feel like minutes. But when you're doing something that feels out of alignment, time seems to crawl. This shift in your perception of time is another sign that you're moving into a higher state of consciousness. And this brings us to something even more profound: the way you begin to perceive the world around you. Colors might seem more vivid, sounds clearer, and even the air might feel different. This isn't your imagination. As you raise your vibration, your senses become more attuned to the subtler energies around you. You're no longer just seeing the physical world, you're also picking up on the energetic layers that exist beneath the surface. This heightened perception is another sign that your energy is expanding. You're becoming more sensitive to the nuances of life, and this sensitivity allows you to see things that others might miss. It's as if the veil between this world and the spiritual world is thinning, and you're able to perceive both at the same time. At this point, it's important to recognize that this heightened awareness comes with responsibility. You've been given access to a deeper understanding of reality, and with that comes the responsibility to use that understanding wisely. You'll find that people look to you for guidance, not because you have all the answers, but because you've become someone who can hold space for others as they navigate their own journeys. By now, you've probably noticed that as your spiritual journey deepens, you begin to interact with life in an entirely new way. You're no longer just a passive observer, nor are you trapped in the cycles of reaction that most people find themselves stuck in. Instead, you've stepped into a role that few ever reach, that of a conscious creator. And this is the final, most profound stage of your spiritual evolution. So what does it mean to be a conscious creator? It means that you've realized one of the most powerful truths: that your reality is not something that simply happens to you. It's something that you're actively shaping, moment by moment, thought by thought, intention by intention. This is when you truly start to understand that everything around you, your relationships, your work, your environment, is a reflection of your inner world. And because your inner world has changed so dramatically, the outer world begins to mirror that transformation in ways that are almost surreal. This is where the godlike qualities really begin to show themselves. People notice that things seem to just happen for you. Where others struggle, you seem to glide through life with a kind of effortless grace. But this isn't luck, and it's not coincidence. It's because you're no longer acting from a place of unconscious programming. You're aware of the energy you're putting out, and you're aware that the universe is responding to that energy in real time. You've become the architect of your own reality. Let's take a moment to break this down. Most people live their lives reacting to whatever comes their way. They think that life is happening to them, and so they feel powerless, always at the mercy of circumstances. But you know better now. You've seen that life is happening through you, and that you have the ability to influence it based on your vibration, your thoughts, and your actions. This is what separates those who are spiritually evolved from those who are still asleep. It's not about being special or chosen in the way that society defines it. It's about tapping into the deeper truth of how the universe really works. One of the clearest signs that you've reached this stage is the way you handle your desires. Most people chase after things: money, success, love, hoping that achieving those things will make them feel fulfilled. But when you're operating at this higher level of consciousness, you don't chase after anything. You understand that what you need will come to you, not because you're sitting back waiting for a miracle, but because you're aligning your energy with what you want to create.
Listen, if you've been in a car accident, don't call an attorney. Use this AI app instead. That's what I did, and that's how I got.
You've probably experienced this already. Think about a time when you were truly aligned with something you wanted. Maybe it was a job, a relationship, or even a creative project. When you were in that state of alignment, everything seemed to fall into place effortlessly, didn't it? The right people showed up, the right opportunities appeared, and it all felt almost magical. That's because you were in harmony with the energy of creation. You weren't forcing anything, you were allowing it to come to you because you were in vibrational alignment with it. This is the essence of being a conscious creator. It's not about controlling everything in your life or manipulating outcomes. It's about understanding that your vibration, your internal state, dictates what shows up in your external world. And because you've done the deep inner work, because you've raised your vibration, the things that show up for you now are of a much higher quality. You're no longer attracting experiences based on fear, lack, or insecurity. You're attracting experiences that are aligned with your highest self. Here's another powerful sign that you've reached this stage: the way you handle time has completely changed. In the earlier stages of your journey, you might have felt like time was either slipping away too quickly or dragging on endlessly, depending on your emotional state. But now, you've come to realize that time is an illusion.
Alright, y'all, here we go. Just gonna do a quick little bounty. 70 cents a kill. See how many we get. And we locking it in. Any stakers out there, get your stakes ready. Yep. Wow. Okay. So I gotta crash out this game for the most part. But we want to try to shoot for more than the average, at the very least. So 7 to 8 kills. That'll do justice. Look like we got some stakers. Shout out to the stakers, man. It's only one you. Kings wear crowns. Again, that's Kings wear crowns, man. Coming to you live. We 2 for 2 right now. You know, we have to keep the fortune balance right now. We just doing a bounty. See how many we can land. Tap in with your boy. Leave a follow. We over here just to print money, man. We in the business of printing money. Right? So that's what we gonna do. Dice right here. What they gonna say? 6? That's around the average. That's around the average. But yeah, man. Appreciate the stakes. We gonna try to make something happen. I'm gonna crash out this game. Like I said, we 2 for 2. This one, I'm not really gonna count towards that because you know, whatever happens, happens. It's just kills. But if we bang, we bang, man. So, like I said, leave a follow if you fuck with the vibe. It's your boy, Only One You. Yeah, man. And we here because they ain't. Let's lock in.
Stand by. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the sky. Enemy soldier incoming. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Resurgence. Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn points for CR. Enemy dropping into the AO. Friendly counter UAV inbound.
Some turret available.
Gas is moving. You'll get another chance. Weapons free. Enemy soldier incoming. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy airstrike in the area. You made the top 25. Well done. You've got a loadout drop inbound. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies.
Enemy is down.
Scanning. Identity confirmed.
Friendly buy station inbound. Location marked. Friendly buy station is ready. You're losing ground. Move it.
UAV standing by.
Requesting recon
Enemy
flyover.
dropping into the AO.
UAV available for tasking. UAV standing by.
Precision airstrike standing by.
Overlord 6 fuel check, 50%. Stay safe.
Fire sale is active. Buy station prices are adjusted.
Target up!
Hostile
Request
airstrike
fire
incoming.
This is Longbow 3-1. Target acquired. Strike inbound.
I'm not that easy to kill.
Go again.
Get ready. Resurgence window is about to close.
One dead.
Fire sale's done. Prices are back to normal.
LDBR awaiting targeting data.
Stand by for redeployment.
LDBR ready for launch.
Resurgence is closed. No more second chances. Contract's worth more than usual, so get it done, soldier. Hostile UAV in the area. You're losing ground. Move it. Only 10 left.
Taking effective fire!
Warriors top 5. Bring home the win. 5 squads still operational in the AO. We lost that one, but we'll get a W next time.
Look like green to me, man. Again, shout out to the stakers. 70 cents a kill, 12 kills, you do the math. I like the energy, I like the flow that we got right now. We 2 hours in. I guess I could count it as 3 for 3, man. And the props only looking better and better. Only better and better. Right. Everything is starting to show. you know, but you gotta put their money where their mouth is. I like everything that's going on though. But y'all already know the mode. Another map rotation. Like, I hate that I gotta keep putting y'all on break, but you know, maybe it's best for all of us. You know, we gotta keep the momentum strong, keep it going. So we're gonna see what these pay out for, and I'll be right back. Crown shit.
It's not something that controls you. It's something that you can work with, bend, and even transcend. Have you ever noticed how, when you're fully immersed in something you love, time seems to disappear?
Did you know you could be entitled to a 5- or 6-figure payout if you were in a traffic collision within the past?
Hours feel like minutes, and you're in a state of flow where everything seems effortless. This is the state that conscious creators live in most of the time. It's not that they never look at the clock. It's that they've stopped letting time dictate their experience. They've learned how to stretch time, how to make it work for them, rather than feeling like they're always running out of it. This mastery of time is one of the key traits that makes you appear godlike to others. While most people are rushing around, feeling like they don't have enough time to do everything they need to do, you seem to move through life with a sense of calm. You're never in a hurry, yet you always accomplish what you set out to do. People may even start to wonder, how do they get so much done, or how do they stay so calm in the face of deadlines and pressure? The truth is, it's because you're no longer bound by the constraints that most people live under. You've learned how to step outside of time, how to operate from a higher plane where things flow naturally. This brings us to another profound aspect of this stage, your relationship with power. But this is not the kind of power that most people think of, the power to control others, to dominate, or to manipulate. No, this is a much deeper, quieter kind of power. It's the power that comes from knowing who you truly are and standing firmly in that knowledge. It's the power of authenticity, of being so aligned with your true self that nothing can shake you. When you've reached this level, people will start to sense it. They may not know exactly what it is, but they'll feel it. You walk into a room and the energy shifts. It's not because you're trying to prove anything or because you're looking for attention. It's because you've become a living embodiment of truth, and that truth is magnetic. People are drawn to it because, deep down, they're searching for the same thing. They want to feel that sense of power within themselves, that sense of alignment, and they see it in you. This is why, as you continue to evolve, you'll notice that people start to treat you differently. Some will be in awe of you, while others might feel intimidated. This is because your energy is now operating at such a high frequency that it forces others to confront their own levels of consciousness. For some, this will be inspiring. They'll want to be around you, learn from you, and grow with you. For others, it might be uncomfortable. They may not be ready to face their own shadows, and your presence will act as a mirror, showing them parts of themselves they've been avoiding. One of the final, most profound signs of spiritual mastery is the way you begin to interact with the world around you. You no longer feel separate from it. You've realized that you are not just a part of the universe, you are the universe. Everything around you, the trees, the sky, the people you meet, are reflections of the same divine energy that flows through you. This realization changes everything. You start to see the world as an extension of yourself. When you look at someone else, you no longer see them as other, you see them as a part of you. And this changes the way you interact with people. You become more compassionate, more understanding, not because you're trying to be a good person, but because you've realized that to hurt another is to hurt yourself. To judge another is to judge yourself. This level of awareness allows you to move through the world with a sense of unity and peace that few ever experience. And here's the final truth: when you've reached this stage, the idea of being a chosen one no longer matters to you. You've transcended the need for labels, for recognition, for validation. You understand that everyone is chosen in their own way, and that the only difference between those who awaken to this truth and those who don't is a matter of awareness. You no longer feel the need to prove anything to anyone, because you found what you were searching for all along: a deep, unshakable connection to the divine within you. So let me leave you with this: what kind of reality will you create now that you know this? What will you do with this power, this awareness, this sense of unity? The possibilities are endless. You are a conscious creator in a world of infinite possibilities, and the only limit is the one you place on yourself.
Were you recently injured in a car accident? Look at this check for $160,000.
Can you imagine for a moment that your soul chose your family before you were born? Not in a random, chaotic way, but with the precision of a master artist. Your soul looked at this life, at the challenges ahead, and decided, this is where I will grow. This is where I will awaken. And yet here you are, questioning why you were placed in a family that feels like a battlefield, why you were raised in an environment that seemed to chip away at your spirit when it should have been protecting it. I've been there. You've been there. And here's the truth: being born into a toxic family is not a punishment. It's not karma coming back to haunt you. It's a gift, a monumental, life-altering, paradigm-shifting gift. But I know it doesn't feel like that. Not yet. So let's go deep together into the heart of this mystery and uncover the profound wisdom hidden within your pain.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
You see, toxic families are like fire. They burn, they hurt, and they leave scars. But they also forge. They temper your soul like steel. They strip away the illusions you might have carried about life being easy or fair, and they force you to confront the raw, unfiltered truth of the human condition. Toxic families are the perfect training ground for chosen ones, because chosen ones are here to break cycles. You're not here to live a normal life. You're here to transcend. But why? Why would your soul choose to be born into a family that feels so broken? Let's start with this: the toxicity you were born into is not random. It's ancestral. It's generational. It's the accumulation of unhealed wounds, unspoken truths, and unconscious patterns passed down through your lineage. And you, my friend, were born to stop it. Think about that for a moment. Let it sink in. You were not born to fit in. You were born to stand out, to rise above, to heal not just yourself, but the generations that came before you and the generations that will come after you. That's what makes you the chosen one. But here's the hard part: to break a cycle, you have to experience it. You can't heal what you don't understand. You can't rise above what you haven't faced. And so, you were placed in the middle of the storm not to drown, but to learn how to swim. Not to suffer, but to awaken. Let me ask you something. When you look at your family, what do you see? Do you see anger, neglect, manipulation, control? And now the deeper question, where do you see that same energy in yourself? Because the truth is, toxic families don't just wound us, they mirror us. They show us the parts of ourselves we're too afraid to face. This is why it's a gift. Because in the fire of your family's dysfunction, you are given the opportunity to see yourself, to heal yourself, to transform yourself. And as you do, you transform the entire lineage. But
Here's why Audible is a great side hustle. Because thanks to this free app available on the App Store, you can now create a side business.
let's not romanticize the pain. Let's not pretend it's easy. It's not. Being born into a toxic family is one of the hardest paths a soul can choose. It requires immense strength, resilience, and courage. It requires you to face rejection, betrayal, and sometimes even abandonment. But here's the thing, every time you face it, every time you choose to respond with love instead of hate, with understanding instead of judgment, with compassion instead of anger, you are breaking the cycle. Ask yourself what would happen if you stopped fighting your family and started seeing them as your greatest teachers. What if their toxicity was not a reflection of your worth, but a reflection of their pain? What
Yup, we got it locked in, man. 2-leg parlay, 7 kills, top 6. Gotta add on bet for place top 9. You know, we here to compete too. You know, every challenge ain't gonna be easy. Everything ain't free, but you know, that's the reason why we do this. So yeah, man, get your stakes in. It's only one you, man. We here to print some more money for you, man. Like, share, follow, subscribe, wherever you watch it, man. I appreciate it. Kingswood Crowns, man. We up and coming, man. I'm going global. You feel me? It's a family. It's a nation. Yeah, we locked in, man. Rebirth Island. That's what we cashing out at. Check me out.
Resurgence. Stay alive till time expires to secure redeployment. The more points you earn, the faster. You're getting another chance. Weapons free. Enemy UAV overhead. Hostile UAV in the area.
UAV available for tasking.
Enemy dropping into the AO.
UAV standing by. We're returning you to the front. Earn this. Enemies are dropping into the area. Watch the skies. Enemy UAV overhead. You're back on the station. Go get after it. They hit us hard that time. Dust yourself off, regroup, and get back out there.
Shit. What can I say, man? Can't win them all. Can't can't be naive at the fact that there's hackers out here trying to get their money, man. Hey, I ain't mad at them. I'm just a cat with morals and principles, you feel me? I ain't gonna go against the grain. I'm going against my morals by cheating. It's not crown shit. That's not crown like. That's clown shit. But yeah, let's see if I can make a quick little bit right quick. Oh, we still got rebirth. Yeah, we 2 hours in, man. 2 hours and 30 minutes. I'm liking that. You know, the consistency is like kind of crazy right now. Like, you feel me? I didn't think I was gonna be able to commit as much as I have, but you know, we here. How many bets left we got? 6 more bets for the next max out. Fuck with that. So before we run out of time, whoa. Yo, the odds just skyrocketed, I ain't gonna lie. Like in a matter of seconds. Man, bro. We gotta let this shit cool off for a second. Jesus, 9 kills, top 6. That's pretty demanding. Yeah. You know, we here to compete, but we ain't here to just give away money, right? We gotta take the best that's most suitable for us, and that's exactly what we gonna do. So we gonna let these props cool off a little bit and see if there's any wiggle room for us. But yeah, we gonna take another short intermission, and you know, I'm here at all times. Just we gonna figure some shit out, man, because these props is looking way too high. I'm not finna risk my money or your money or any staker's money. So yeah, man, it's only one you, man. We gonna take a brief intermission. We gonna be right back. And the crown shit, you already know we here because they ain't here. I mean, it's always gonna be like that. All right.
What if their inability to love you the way you deserve was not because you are unlovable, but because they don't know how to love themselves? This is where the shift happens. When you stop seeing your family as the enemy and start seeing them as wounded souls doing the best they can with what they have. When you stop asking, why are they hurting me, and start asking, what are they teaching me? That's when you begin to unlock the gift. Because here's the truth: your family's toxicity is not your burden to carry. It's your invitation to heal. It's your invitation to remember who you are beyond their projections, beyond their expectations, beyond their pain. It's your invitation to step into your power as a chosen one. But here's the catch: you can't heal your family. You can only heal yourself. And in doing so, you create a ripple effect that transforms everything. Let me share something deeply personal. When I was young,
Stretching will not make you flexible and it will not eliminate your recurring injuries. Stretching will relax your muscles and make you feel good in the moment, but it will not make
Younger, I used to think that if I could just be good enough, successful enough, or strong enough, I could fix my family. I could save them. But the more I tried, the more I realized that saving them wasn't my job. My job was to save myself. My job was to break free from the patterns that were keeping me stuck. And as I did, something miraculous happened. The family dynamics began to shift. Not because I forced them to, but because I changed. This is the power of being a chosen one. You don't have to fight the darkness. You just have to shine your light. But let me ask you this, what does it mean to shine your light in the face of darkness? What does it mean to love yourself when no one else does? What does it mean to choose peace when chaos surrounds you? These are the questions you must answer. These are the questions that will guide you on your journey. And here's the most beautiful part: the moment you stop seeing your family as a curse and start seeing them as a gift, everything changes. The moment you stop resisting your path and start embracing it, you step into your power. Because the truth is, you were not born into a toxic family to be broken. You were born into a toxic family to rise, to heal, to awaken. Let's take a moment to go deeper. You see, there's something extraordinary that happens when a soul is placed in the midst of chaos, dysfunction, and pain. The wounds inflicted by a toxic family don't just leave scars, they leave openings. Openings for light to pour in. Openings for awareness to awaken. Openings for transformation to begin. But here's the paradox: before you can see the gift, you have to confront the wound. And that's where most people get stuck. They resist the pain. They fight it. They run from it. But pain, especially the kind born from family, is not something you can outrun. It's something you must face head on. Think about the wounds you carry from your family. Maybe you were criticized so often that you began to doubt your own worth. Maybe you were ignored so thoroughly that you started to believe your voice didn't matter. Maybe you were controlled so intensely that you forgot how to trust yourself. Or maybe the love you craved was given with conditions, and you learned to equate love with performance, approval, or sacrifice. These wounds are real. They hurt. They shape you. But they are also the catalyst for your awakening. Because every wound carries a lesson. Every scar carries a story. And every pain carries the potential for growth. Let me ask you this: when you think about the pain your family has caused you, what emotions come up? Is it anger, resentment, sadness? Now, the deeper question: what are those emotions teaching you about yourself? You see, chosen ones are not just here to heal their families. They are here to heal themselves. And the healing process begins when you realize that the pain inflicted upon you is not about you. It's about them, their wounds, their fears, their limitations. But somewhere along the way, you internalized it. You made it about you. You took on their pain as your own. This is where the work begins. The work of separating yourself from the story your family has written for you. The work of reclaiming your identity, your worth, your power. But how? How do you heal from wounds that run so deep they feel like part of your DNA? How do you break free from patterns that have been passed down for generations? It begins with awareness. Awareness that the way your family treated you is not a reflection of your value. Awareness that their toxicity is not your destiny. Awareness that you are not here to repeat the cycle, you are here to end it. But awareness is just the first step. The real transformation happens when you begin to take responsibility not for their actions, but for your healing. Let me share something profound with you. The moment you stop waiting for your family to change, the moment you stop waiting for them to apologize, to validate you, to love you the way you deserve, that's the moment you set yourself free. Because here's the hard truth: some people will never change. Some wounds will never be acknowledged. Some apologies will never come. And that's okay. Your healing does not depend on them. Your healing depends on you. Ask yourself, what would it look like to forgive your family, not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace? What would it feel like to release the anger, the resentment, the bitterness, not because it excuses their behavior, but because it frees you from carrying the weight of it? If forgiveness is not about forgetting, it's not about condoning, it's about saying, I will no longer allow your actions to define me. I will no longer allow your pain to become my pain. I will no longer allow your toxicity to dictate my life. And this is where the gift becomes clear. Because as you heal, you awaken. As you release the pain, you remember your power. As you break free from the patterns of your family, you step into the fullness of who you are. But let's not sugarcoat it. It's a messy process. Healing is not linear. Awakening is not easy. There will be days when the weight of your family's dysfunction feels unbearable. There will be moments when you question whether you're strong enough to break the cycle. And in those moments, I want you to remember this: you were chosen for this. Not because it's easy, but because you are capable. Not because you deserve to suffer, but because you are here to transform suffering into strength, pain into purpose, wounds into wisdom. Let me ask you, what if the very things you see as your weaknesses, the scars left by your family, are actually your greatest strengths? What if the rejection taught you self-love? What if the neglect taught you independence? What if the pain taught you compassion? This is the alchemy of the chosen ones. We take the darkness we were born into and we turn it into light. We take the pain we were handed and we turn it into purpose. We take the cycles we inherited and we transform them into liberation, not just for ourselves, but for everyone who comes after us. Because here's the thing: your healing is not just about you. When you heal your entire lineage. When you break free, you show others that freedom is possible. When you step into your power, you give others permission to step into theirs. This is why toxic families are a gift. Not because the pain is justified, but because the pain has a purpose. And that purpose is awakening. So let me ask you this: if you knew that your family's toxicity was the very thing that would lead to your transformation, how would you view it differently? If you knew that every wound was an invitation to grow, how would you respond to it? Because the truth is, you are not a victim of your family, you are the catalyst for their transformation. You are not here to repeat their patterns, you are here to break them. You are not here to be defined by their pain, you are here to transcend it. And that, my friend, is the gift. Now that we've uncovered the purpose hidden behind the pain, let's dive into the path forward. Because the truth is, knowing you're a chosen one isn't enough. Knowing your toxic family was a gift doesn't automatically make the journey easier. The real work begins when you decide to take responsibility for your life and your healing. The real transformation happens when you choose to break free, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. Let me ask you something: what does freedom mean to you? Not the kind of freedom that comes from cutting ties or walking away that's just the surface. I mean true freedom. The kind where you no longer react to their words, their actions, their judgments. The kind where their opinions no longer control you, their dysfunction no longer defines you, and their toxicity no longer limits you. This is the path of liberation. And it starts with a single, powerful decision, the decision to stop living in reaction to your family and start living in alignment with your truth. But here,
a newsflash, a plane's gone down.
My child is on that plane!
I'm sorry. There are no survivors.
here's the thing about breaking free, it's not about running away. You can move to the other side of the world and still carry your family's wounds with you. Because the chains that bind you aren't external, they're internal. They're the beliefs you've internalized, the patterns you've inherited, the stories you've told yourself about who you are and what you're worth. So the first step on this path is awareness. Awareness of the patterns, the beliefs, and the stories that are keeping you stuck. Ask yourself, what patterns from my family am I unconsciously repeating in my own life? What beliefs about myself did I inherit from their words or actions? What stories am I telling myself about who I am because of the way they treated me? For example, maybe you grew up in a family where love was conditional, given only when you achieved something or met their expectations. And now, you find yourself constantly striving for perfection, chasing external validation, believing that your worth is tied to your achievements. Or maybe you grew up in a family where your voice didn't matter, where your feelings were dismissed, your ideas ignored. And now, you find yourself afraid to speak up, doubting your intuition, suppressing your truth. These patterns, beliefs, and stories are the chains that keep you tied to your family's toxicity, and until you identify them, you can't break free from them. But awareness is just the beginning. The next step is healing. And healing is not about fixing yourself, it's about remembering who you were before the wounds. It's about peeling back the layers of conditioning, stripping away the stories, and reconnecting with the truth of who you are. Let me share something with you. Healing is not linear. It's messy. It's uncomfortable. It's a process of unlearning everything you thought you knew about yourself and rebuilding from the ground up. And it requires three things: self-love, self-compassion, and self-discipline. Self-love is the foundation. It's the radical act of choosing yourself, even when no one else does. It's the practice of honoring your needs, your boundaries, and your worth, no matter how your family treated you. It's the realization that you are enough, just as you are, without needing to prove anything to anyone. But self-love isn't always easy, especially when you've been conditioned to believe you're unworthy. That's where self-compassion comes in. Self-compassion is the gentle voice that says, it's okay to feel hurt. It's okay to feel angry. It's okay to not have it all figured out. It's the reminder that healing is a journey, not a destination, and that you don't have to do it perfectly. And then there's self-discipline. Because let's be honest, healing is hard work. It requires you to show up for yourself every day, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's painful, even when it feels like nothing is changing. It requires you to make choices that align with your highest self, even when the old patterns are calling you back. Let me ask you this: what would your life look like if you lived every day as though you were worthy of love, respect, and happiness? What choices would you make? What boundaries would you set? What relationships would you let go of? Because that's the essence of breaking free. It's not about changing your family, it's about changing yourself. It's about stepping out of the role they cast you in and stepping into the truth of who you are. But here's the deeper truth: breaking free doesn't mean abandoning your family. It doesn't mean cutting them off or refusing to speak to them unless that's what's truly necessary for your well-being. Breaking free means detaching from their energy, their expectations, their narratives. It means loving them from a place of wholeness, not obligation. It means seeing them for who they are: flawed, wounded, imperfect human beings, and choosing to rise above their pain instead of being consumed by it. And here's the most beautiful part: as you heal, you become a mirror. You reflect back to your family what's possible. You show them that transformation is possible, that freedom is possible, that love is possible. You may never hear them say it, but your healing will inspire them. Your light will awaken something in them, even if they don't know how to express it. Let me ask you, what if your greatest act of love for your family is not fixing them, but becoming the fullest, freest version of yourself? What if your healing is the very thing that plants the seed of change in them, even if it takes years or lifetimes to bloom? This is the path of the chosen ones. It's not an easy path. It's not a glamorous path, but it's a path of purpose, a path of transformation, a path of liberation. So as we come to the end of this journey together, I want to leave you with this: your family's toxicity is not your destiny. It's your training ground. It's the fire that forges you. It's the soil in which your soul grows. And every time you choose to rise above it, every time you choose to heal, every time you choose to love yourself in the face of their dysfunction, you are fulfilling your purpose as a chosen one. You were not born into a toxic family by accident. You were born into it because you are strong enough to transcend it, because you are wise enough to learn from it, because you are brave enough to heal it. And as you walk this path, remember, you are not alone. There are millions of chosen ones out there, just like you, breaking cycles,
Man, you know, that's some real game. Man, these props ain't cooling off, man. And honestly, right now, I don't know if there's no staff or anything like that overseeing some of the bets. I'm not even seeing stakes right now. But yeah, they playing a little bit with the money. And they playing a little bit with the odds. Still haven't seen my winnings yet, so just trying to see what's going on. But you know, we ain't worried about it. I'm pretty sure they gonna settle it. Probably just ran a couple of games back to back too quickly. But I thought the pacing was, you know, good enough for for the motherfuckers to keep up. But a nigga still here, man. I think we just vibing for right now until, you know, either the props cool off a little bit or we figure out the situation with our settlements. You know, I need a couple of more of these to settle before I make any more bets, in my opinion, because yeah, they not just finna keep taking money from me. But so Playerslounge, if y'all watching, please settle my bets. Please. I'm not gonna speak on the little $5 that y'all took to make another bet on top of a bet. I see a double bet in there. That's not settled, but y'all took the money. So if y'all can either settle that bet or give me my money back, that'll be beautiful. But no issues on this end. We just want to continue to provide the best entertainment we can. Shout out to the stakers. Shout out to the crowns. Feel me? Once again, front line with this shit, because I'm supposed to. Yeah, this Sunday, well, it's Monday now. It is 3:35 in the morning, West Coast time. We out in Cali, man. Yeah, I'm just looking at the props right now. Yeah, just not getting too greedy. Maybe if I check, let's see, the trios and quads and all that talk about. Just to see if there's anything hittable up here. Let's see. Like 6 kills, top 2. Like, why top 2? I can't even trust it. Like, nowadays, there's so many motherfuckers just quitting. Can't never get motherfuckers to commit to the game. That's the thing with me, like, I don't necessarily see the risk in playing in quads or playing with randoms unless they're gonna stay, but it's just too many motherfuckers not willing to commit. That's why I try to wait on the crowns, man, or the sharks. Oh, wait a minute. I think we got action. I see a prop in here. It looks good. 6 kills, top 6. Now that's a prop I could play. It's rebirth right now, so we gonna lock it in. We gonna lock it in. I need to see some settlements. Playerslounge. Come on now, you take care of me. I'll take care of y'all. One hand washes the other. So you want top 6. Let's take it. 5-6 add-on bet. But it's your boy, Only One You, man. We finna get to it, man. And we committed. So committed. Any stakers out there, put your money up. Seem like Prize Picks. I mean, Prize Picks. Playerslounge wanna entice your boy, entice a nigga a little bit. It's good money to be made, man. But it's Only One You, man. We locked in. And you know, we prepared for anything, man. So we here. Let's do it. Like in.
Resurgence. Survive the timer to secure redeployment. Earn points to speed up the countdown. Enemy UAV is online. Hostiles have established the SAM turret.
Counter UAV available for testing. Counter UAV online. They're blind.
Focus is in position, deploying ECM.
Enemy forces have destroyed your CUAV.
Identity confirmed.
Enemy counter UAV inbound. Gas is closing in.
Requesting recon flyover. UAV standing by.
Priority tasking request received. We're a dot.
Loadout drop headed your way.
You let them get away. Interesting.
Requesting recon flyover.
25 remaining. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV overhead.
Priority tasking request received. UAV exiting AO.
Enemy UAV is online.
UAV available for testing. Requesting recon flyover. Target down.
UAV is bingo fuel, returning to base.
Requesting recon flyover.
TACOM, we're flying on fumes. UAV returning to tank.
Enemy soldier incoming. Hostile UAV in the area. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced. Got an extra valuable opportunity here. Don't miss your shot. Enemy UAV overhead. Enemy UAV is online. Hostile UAV in the area.
UAV available for testing. Requesting recon flyover.
Resurgence window is ending. Watch your six.
UAV standing by.
Priority tasking request received. We're done. Mission timeline expired. UAV exiting the AO.
Enemy UAV overhead. Gas is moving. Adjusting prices. Go get your revenge. Enemy precision airstrike. Find cover. LDBR inbound. Insurgents have been deactivated. This is the end game. Contract worth more than usual, so get it done, soldier. 10 remain. You're almost done here. Enemy UAV is online. Gas is inbound. sharp. 5 squads still operational in the AO. You've got gas moving in. Losing ground, move it. Left in the war zone, stay alert. You were 1 of 5 remaining.
That's all. This could have been a little bit more aggressive. But that's the way the cookie crumble, man. Hey, you can't win them all. But on the bright side is we won the add-on. We was in top 5. And we just needed that last kill. I just froze up just a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. And the price went back up. Yeah, we getting another rotation, so I'll put another prop in. Let's go. Fuck it. This one's for the gusto. 7 kills. Top 9. It's not making it. Yeah, let's just make this a fair one. Seven kills, top 9, 2-leg parlay. Seem hittable to me. Oh shit. Seem hittable to me. We gonna hit. We going green. Get your stakes in. Last game we got half of it. Just give me half of that more. But we finna dive in. This might be the last one. We 3 hours in. Depending on how we feeling. Also depends on if Playerslounge want to settle these bets. But yeah, man, we locked in, man. Just keep tuning in. We gonna continue to print this money.
Playtime's over. Stand by for deployment to the war zone. Resurgence. Survive the countdown to earn redeployment. Secure kills to speed up the timer. Enemy soldier incoming.
UAV available for tasking. Requesting recon flyover. Taking fire!
moving. Five are still active in the AO.
UAV standing by. Requesting recon flyover.
Enemy counter UAV inbound. Enemy dropping into the AO.
Priority tasking request received.
Loadout drops on the way. Get ready, you're redeploying. Less than 25 were still standing. Defeat is only a mindset. Shake it off and keep pushing.
You gotta love that shit. You gotta love that shit, don't you? Having a start like that. And losing the fall damage. They say it happens to the best though. That didn't feel too good. I heard a lot actually. Right here. In the heart. Trying to figure out why the bets that I struck for earlier not selling, but all the other ones are. Just gonna report seemed like they could track every other game. Right. Skills. Oh, wait a minute. "32 minutes ago." Whoa. Well, they demand a little bit too much on Players Lounge right now. So yeah, we just gonna take it back, and yeah, we gonna boot up a little later. Your boy put in some good work today. Man, we let something slip under us, right through our hands. But you know, it's Crown shit. Only one you, man, bring it to you some of the best entertainment that I can. You know, it's Kings wear crowns, and we, you know, we front line, man. We here 'cause they ain't. But keep tapping in, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shout out to the Stakers. Shout out to the Crowns, man. And we oh shit.
The awakening of the inner flame. Imagine for a moment that everything you've been through, every heartbreak, every sleepless night, every moment of doubt has been preparing you for this moment. Not just this video, not just this VE, but this lifetime. You're not here by accident. You felt it, haven't you? That pull. That inexplicable sense that there's something different about you. Something extraordinary. And what if I told you that the struggles, the chaos, the pain, they weren't just random? They were signs that you are among the most powerful chosen ones. But let's slow down. Let's start with the first question you must ask yourself. Do you feel like you don't belong in this world? Not in a sad or longing way, but in a way that whispers, you were made for something beyond this. The truth is, chosen ones often feel like strangers in an ordinary world. You might